Dear students, welcome to Kalarava Tutorials Chitradurga. Students, in this video we have explaining the key answers for the 9th standard science question paper that was given by the KSEAB board for the practice. So we with this we have given two more practice papers for you also. You have to practice that one and prepare for yourself for the science examination. If possible, I also give you the model answers for that practice papers also. If time is yeah, if time is available for me, I will give you. So now we have to see the science model paper and also the key answer. This is only the model paper, so you have to refer this for the preparation of the examination. So now we have to see how the key answers are there. So students, if you are the new for our channel, please subscribe our channel and also on the notification. Yes, now we are moving to see the. So students, this is the science question paper. Here the board is given for you. So I will give you answer for this and also give two more question papers for you for practice. So you see this question paper and also I will give you the key answers for this one. So this is the question paper model. You have to, so the in your exam this model is not given because they give the papers for you for answering the questions. There is no only 2 pages or 3 pages questions are there. So we have to see the answer for this question paper. Yes. So this is the key answer for this question paper. So I will show you. Wait 1 minute if it is possible. Yes, now student we are moving through this question paper. So the first question is there. SI unit of the force is, the SI unit of the force is given by this one joule. It is not ampere, it is Newton. Newton is the correct answer for this one. So therefore option C is the correct answer here. So now we have to take this one as option C as the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer, Newton. And then the value of the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. The acceleration due to gravity, it is 9.8 meter per second square. Therefore option C is the correct answer. The audible range of the sound in human is, the audible range is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. You have to remember this one. So it is starts from 20 hertz and it is ends at 20,000 hertz. Therefore option A is the correct answer here. So now we are moving to the next questions. Answer the following questions in one for 1 mark. The weight of an object on the earth 36 Newton. What about its weight when measured on the surface of the moon? That means weight of the object on the moon is equal to 1 by 6th of the weight of the object on the earth. So therefore if the object of weight of the object is 36 Newton, then we have to divide this by 6. That means that gives you 6 Newton. On the moon it weighs only 6 Newton. Next, suggest a method to decrease the reverberation. The reverberation can be reduced by covering the ceiling and walls of the enclosed space with sound absorbing material such as fiberboard. So this is the method to decrease the reverberation. So then the next question, 2 marks questions are there. The motion of the two motor vehicles are given in the graph A and B, which graph showing the reach of the 20 kilometers in the shortest time and why. So I will show the graph for you first. After that we will answer that one. So students, this is the distance time graph here they given. In this first graph, the speed is constant in this one, and here the speed is goes on decreasing in this one. So we have to answer this one for the question. So A and B graphs are there. So we have to going for answer this one. Okay, the motion, the graph A shows the reach of 20 kilometer in shortest time as the motor vehicle here travels equal distance in equal intervals of the time. So that is the motion of the given graphs A and B, which graph is showing the reach of 20 kilometers in shortest time. So here graph A shows the shortest time. Define the kinetic energy and potential energy. So the kinetic energy possessed by moving an object is called kinetic energy. If you move, if you throw the ball getting an energy by moving, so that is called the kinetic energy. That is energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest is called potential energy. If you from the surface of the earth, if you take a stone from above the earth, so it gets some energy, so the stored energy here is called the potential energy. So and then what is an echo? What is the minimum distance to hear an echo? An echo is the sound caused by the reflection of the sound waves from the surface to the back to the listener. So if you are making sound in front of a big rock wall, so that becomes the reply is coming. So if you hear that echo, if you hear that echo, the minimum distance to hear the echo is 17 meter from the source. You are from 17 meter from the source, then you hear the echo. Then answer the following questions. These are 3 marks questions. Draw a sketch of distance, time graph and moving bus with the help of the following data. Here they given the data like that one bus travels in uniform motion. That means this graph shows the uniform motion. So and B, it reaches a distance of 20 kilometers in 40 minutes. That means here it is 40 minutes is here, this is 40 minutes, here it is 20 kilometer. That means it reaches the 40 kilometers in 20 minutes. And see, it takes 80 minutes to travel a distance of 40 kilometer. So here it is 80 minutes, so this is 40 kilometers. So these are the 2 points we have to draw. That means 20, 40. So these are the 2 points we have to use to draw the graph 20, 40 and then 40, 80. By using these two graphs you have to draw this one graph. Okay, then we move on to the next one. Car falls off a ledge and drop to the ground in 1 second. Let g is be 10 meter per second square. What is the speed on striking the ground? So here the speed of the here acceleration due to gravity is g. So the initial velocity is 0 and the final velocity we have to find out v. That is acceleration is equal to acceleration due to gravity, that is equal, and the time taken is 1 second. So now we have to take v is equal to u plus 80. So u is 0 initial velocity and a acceleration is 10 and time is 1, that is 10 meter per second square, 10 meter per second. This is the speed of the car. That is the answer for the first question. Then we move on to the second one. So what is the average speed during 1 second? The average speed during the 1 second, that is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Initial velocity is 0 and final velocity is 10 and divided by 2 is equal to 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second is the average velocity. And sorry, average speed. What is the, how high is the ledge from the ground? We have to find out the height of that one. So we find the height by using the h is equal to, or it may be s is equal to ut plus half at square. We have to use here also h is equal to ut plus half at square. So for finding the distance or the height, by we are substituting u is 0. Oh, the ink is so much. So here u is 0, we have to substitute here. Time taken is 10, that is time is 10 and half. Here it is time taken is only 1 second, not 10 second. Here they confuse that one. Time is 1 and half. A means it is acceleration due to gravity and t square is 1 square. So this completely becomes 0 and then half into 10 into 1 square means 1. This becomes half into 10. That means 2 ones are 2 fives are, so that becomes 5. 5 plus 0 becomes 5. That is the height of the car is 5 meter from the ground. So then we move on to the next one. The ship of a nation drowned in a deep sea. To detect the sunken ship, another ship was sent to that place. Then the name of the device used to detect the sunken ship. Here the ship is drowned in the water, so we have to use the sonar. We have to use the device sonar to find the drowned ship. Write the observation of that device, that is sound, navigation and ranging. That is the observation of that one, and how it works and explain. Sonar device consists of the two parts, namely transmitter and receiver. Transmitter produces and transmits ultrasonic waves. That means from the sonar, if you send the ultrasonic waves, when it reaches the ship under the water, so it reaches the ship and reflects back the rays to the receiver. So this way it works. And then the ultrasonic waves travel through the water. Here they travel through the water, and after striking the target, this is the target here. After striking the target, the sound waves are reflected back. They come back to the receiver and received by an underwater detector. Here they received, and the detector then converts the waves into electrical signals which properly interpreted. So these waves are converted into electrical signals, and then they have to calculate the distance of the ship from that place. So in this way sonar works. Then we move on to the next one. 12th question. An object of mass 15 kg is at a certain height above the ground. If the potential energy of the object is 450 joule, find the height at which the object with respect to ground. So acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. Here the mass of the object is 15 kg, and the potential energy they given is 450 joule. So potential energy is equal to m into d g into h. By using this one, we have to find out the height h. Here the potential difference is 450. We have to substitute this one, and mass is 15, and also the acceleration due to gravity is 10, and we have to find out this h. So if you transfer this 15 into 10 to the left hand side, that becomes, that goes to the denominator. 0 0 gets cancelled. 15 ones are 15 threes are, that is h is equal to 3 meter. So this is the correct answer for this one. Then we move on to the next one. Answer the following questions. That is 4 marks question is there. State Newton's 3 laws of motion and give an example for the third law of motion. Here the first law of motion is, a body is at rest remains at rest. A body is in motion remains in motion with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external unbalanced force. This is the first law. And the second law of motion, the net external force applied to a body is equal to the rate of change of its momentum. This is the second law. And the third law of motion is, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So this is the third law. Here they given the example, when a bullet is shoot from a gun, the gun puts a force on the bullet that propels it forward, and the bullet exerts equal force on the rifle in the opposite direction. The rifle comes back when the bullet goes to right front side, and the same force is exerted on the gun also, it comes backward. Here the bullet moves forward, and the gun moves backward. So this is the Newton's third law of motion. Okay, next we move on to the next question. This is the part B, chemistry is there. So here compound among the following is, hydrogen is not a compound, oxygen is not a compound, water is a compound, gold is not a compound. So therefore option C is the correct answer. This is the major gaseous component of the atmosphere. Here in the atmosphere, nitrogen is the major gas, therefore nitrogen is the answer. Then we move on to the next one. Answer the following questions. 1 marks question. Wearing A cotton cloth during summer is good. Why? Because cotton easily absorbs the sweat from the body, and also the sweat from the body and cloths gets evaporated easily, which leaves the cooling effect. So it makes a cooling effect, and also the sweat is evaporated from the body. And the second, suspension is unstable. Why? A suspension is unstable because the particles of the suspension settle down when they left undisturbed. So this is the unstable. And what are isotopes? Atoms having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. Here atoms having the atomic number is same but they different have the mass number. Those are called the isotopes. The next question is how acid rain is formed. So rainwater containing oxides of nitrogen and phosphorus is called acid rain. When rainwater mixed with the oxygens of the nitrogen and also phosphorus, then it converts into acid rain. And then what is the melting point? Mention the melting point of ice. The temperature at which the solid changes its state to liquid at atmospheric pressure is called the melting point. When the solid converts into liquid, then it is called a melting point. Here the melting point of the ice is 273 degree Kelvin or 0 degree Celsius. Then explain the proposals of the Thomson's model of an atom. An atom resembles a sphere of positive charge with negatively charged electrons present inside the sphere. Here Thomson gives the model that there is an atom is a positive charge. Inside that there are electrons are there, and the positive and negative charge is equal in magnitude, and therefore an atom is electrically neutral. He says that the atom is always electrically neutral. This is the model of the Thomson. Then part of the oxygen cycle in the nature is given below, which processes are represented by 1 2 3 4. Here we see the diagram here. So here this is the diagram they given. Here atmospheric oxygen is there. So recycling is given for this one, and then use of the oxygen. Which of the contents they use, or the organisms which use the oxygen. So this is the diagram. For this we have to see the answer. Here the postcard shows the combustion, oxygen used for combustion and also respiration and formation of nitrogen oxides. These are the three uses of the, that is oxygen used. And then the photosynthesis which gives back the oxygen to the nature. So these are the four components we have to identify this one. And then we move on to the next one. Answer the following questions. Draw arrangements of the apparatus showing the sublimation of the ammonium chloride. So this is the apparatus that shows the sublimation of the ammonium chloride. Wait for 1 minute. So this is the sublimation of the ammonium chloride diagram. Here we see this one is a cotton plug and inverted tube, ammonium chloride solidified, and china dish ammonium chloride vapors are there. So this is the diagram here we see. And then we move on to the next question. Observe the boiling points of the two liquids of mixture given below table, and A 78 degrees Celsius, B is 100 degrees Celsius. Which method do you suggest to separate this liquid and why? So here these liquids can be separated by fractional distillation technique, as the difference in boiling point of the liquids is around 25 degrees Celsius. So we have to use this by the difference, separate this by fractional distillation. And 25th question, the electronic configuration of an element 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Write the schematic diagram, its atomic structure, and name the element. How many electrons are present in the K and L shell? So this is the structure of the electronic configuration. Sorry, structure, atomic structure. Here in the first shell there are two electrons are there, here it is this source first cell, and in the second cell it is 2 plus 6, there are 6 electrons are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6, sorry 6 plus 2 8 electrons are there, there are 8 electrons here, 6 plus 2. So therefore in the outermost shell, in the K shell, it has 2 electrons, here these two are the two electrons. In the L shell there are 8 electrons, in the second shell it has 8 electrons. And the element is neon. Here they have to answer the name the element, the element is neon. So then we move on to the next question. Answer the following questions. Find out the molecular mass of the calcium chloride and potassium carbonate using the given data. Here the given the data is given, so we have to find out the molecular mass for this one. For calcium chloride, it is 1 into Ca. So I will show you. Here we taken this, so calcium is 1, so therefore we write 1 into Ca. Here Cl is 2, so we have to 2 into Cl. So that is calcium is that is 1 into 40, and 2 Cl is 2 into 35.5. So 1 into 40 is 40, 35.5, 2 is 21, 71, the total is 111 units. And potassium carbonate, potassium is of 2, 2 into K, and C is of 1, 1 into C, and oxygen is of 3. So the atomic weights are, for potassium it is 39, 2 into 39, that becomes 78. So for carbon it is 12, 1 into 12 is 12, and 3 into oxygen means 3 into 16, that is 48. The total is 138 units. So this is the correct answer for that one. And then we are moving to the biology. So four alternatives are given, so we have to correct give the correct answer. Cell organelle called powerhouse of the cell. Here powerhouse of the cell is mitochondria, because energy is released in this only mitochondria, so we have to write this mitochondria. And this is an example for airborne disease. So airborne disease is cold, it is easily attacked by the air microorganisms, so those, therefore cold is the correct answer. The animals reared for the purpose of the milk production. Here sheep and no, cow and buffalo, goat and duck, cow and fish. Therefore option B, cow and buffalo are the animals, they reared for the purpose of milk. Okay, next we move on to the next questions. Answer the following questions. Write any two situations of spreading AIDS virus. Here the AIDS is spreading through the blood transfusion from the infected person, and also from infected mother to child during the pregnancy. These are the two conditions, two situations that is spreading the AIDS virus. And name the local variety of the bees used for honey production. Name the local variety that is honey production. Apis dorsata, Apis serrana indica, Apis florea, Apis mellifera. These are the local varieties of the bees. And then we move on to the next questions. Answer the following questions. Draw a diagram showing the longitudinal section of the phloem tissue and label the following parts. Here sieve plate and companion cells. Here this is the sieve plate here, and the companion cells. These are the companion cells, these two cells. So this is the diagram. And then we move on to the next one. Draw a diagram of amoeba and label the parts. Here this is the diagram of amoeba. Here pseudopodia means these are all are these pseudopodia. This means pseudo means false, podia means legs. So false legs, these are called pseudopodia. And contractile vacuole. Contractile vacuole means here this is a food vacuole is there, and this one is the contractile vacuole is there. So then we move on to the next one. Answer the following questions. 2 marks questions. Draw a diagram of neuron and label the following parts. So this is the diagram of neuron, and this one is the dendrites. Here these are the dendrites. All these are dendrites. And axon. This is the axon. This is start from here up to this one is the axon. And then common cold is called acute disease, but elephantiasis is a chronic. Why? Common cold does not last for a longer time, therefore it is a acute, but elephantiasis lasts for long time and for the entire period of the life, hence it is called chronic disease. Then high blood pressure is non-infectious disease. Why? Because high blood pressure does not spread from one person to the another through any agents of the infection. Therefore, it is a non-infectious disease. Then answer the following questions. Write the difference between the manures and fertilizers. So here we have to write the differences of the manures and fertilizers. So manures, it is obtained from the organic substances. It is only prepared by the farmers in their land only. And artificial prepared from the chemicals. This is chemicals are prepared in the factory. And it helps in protecting the soil pH. It protects the soil pH, manure, but it decreases the soil pH, fertilizers, and it increases the fertility of the soil, it decreases the soil fertility. Manure does not cause water pollution, it causes the water pollution. These are the differences of the manure and the fertilizers. And they have to ask two advantages of the using fertilizers. So the disadvantages they given: it destroys the soil fertility, it leads to water pollution, and does not recharge the organic content of the soil, it is harmful to the soil bacteria. You write any two of this one. So then we move on to the next questions. Circulatory system of the cockroach is not well developed. Justify. So here the blood does not flow through the blood vessels. There is no blood vessels inside the cockroach. It only flow inside the body. So body cavity is filled with the blood. So the total body cavity is filled with the blood. Therefore, uh, if you pressure on the cockroach, the blood comes out easily. So having second question, having both gills and lungs as respiratory organ in advantages to the frog. How? So frog has both gills and lungs for the respiration. So frog during the early stages of the development uses gills as a respiratory organs. Early stages development is inside the water, therefore it uses the gills. So and during its adult age stage using lungs for the respiration. After it comes out of the water to the terrestrial region, it uses the lungs. So and then answer the following questions. This is a 5 marks question, and write any three differences between the plant cell and animal cell. Here cell wall, in the plant cell there is a cell wall is present, here cell wall is absent. It has chloroplasts, chloroplasts are absent, and centrioles are absent, here centrioles are present. So these are the three differences of the plants and animals. So this completes the questions. So the key answers. So we have to so there is another question is there, sorry. So there is another question is there. So some dried raisins are put in plain water for some time and then in concentrated sugar solution. What are the changes you observe? As water moves from the region of the higher concentration of the region of the lower concentration, that is into the cell, it swells up, leading to the turgidity, and later when we put it in the sugar solution, the cell loses its water content and shrinks. That is, the cells becomes flaccid due to the movement of the water molecules from region of the cell to the sugar solution. That means all the water molecules are transferred to the sugar solution, therefore the cell becomes shrinked. So this is the last question for your question paper. So I will now, I will give you some two model question papers. You have for your practice, you have to practice these question papers. If it is possible, if I have time for making the key answers for the those question papers, now I will give you, if it is possible I will upload the key answers. So now we move. So students, these are the model question papers. You have to practice this question paper. So I will show you the question papers and make pause the video, and then you have to answer these question papers. So students, before completing this question paper, I will give you an information. So from our Kalarava tutorials, from our Kalarava tutorials, we have conducting an online coaching class. Online coaching class is started from April. It is started from April 10th. So if you are interested to join for the online class, coaching class, you inquire with this number 8248471. So the online coaching class is started from April. It continue up to till November. So it completely from April to November. Daily the coaching class is at from 7:30 to 9 p.m. In the evening. It started from 7:30 to 9 p.m. because if you are after going after the academic year started also, you have to take the coaching. Here both maths and science are concentrated. Both maths and science are taking for the coaching class, and also there is a grammar class for Kannada and English and Hindi. Grammar class for Kannada, English and Hindi are given. If you are want to join the coaching class, you have to contact this number, or I will upload a video of the detailed video of the online coaching class in soon. So you have to remember this one. If you are possible to join the online class, you have to join. ಸೊ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡ ಇದೇ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಒಂದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, now we continue the question paper. Here this is the last questions. Answer these questions. So okay students, these are the two model question papers I will give you for practice. If you practice these two question papers, you get score more in your public exam. So once again, thank you very much. I will end this video. If you are not subscribing till our channel, so please subscribe, and if you like this video, give a like for this video. Okay, thank you one and all.